And we are back to Los Chingones podcast out here in LA today. And today we got the social media guy.
Hey, let's go.
And I just found Cristian on the way over here. So I said, fuck it. Why don't you just come through?
He just hopped out the airport.
Yeah,
Came straight from
literally.
Mexico.
Honestly, I was driving by, past Irvine, and then I just sent it like, wait.
Did you smell us?
I smelled it like, is that Los Chingones here in Irvine? And like, I had
You
to
reminded
pull up
me
real
of
quick.
Scooby-Doo
You know?
and shit.
Scooby-Doo.
The olden times.
Yeah.
For sure, man. So, I gotta take this mask off a little bit down. All right, so, real quick, guys, let the people know who you guys are. Cristian, you've been on our podcast before. What's that?
Let me see. Me. So on Instagram, I go by your social media guy. I'm a content creator, own a media company, and I work with a bunch of YouTubers, influencers, celebrities, you name it.
Okay, so that's just straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Straight to the point.
I work with celebs.
Short and sweet.
Straight to the point, sharper than a number 2 pencil.
Hey, what do you hate when your fucking pencil
hold up.
isn't sharp? Huh? I hated that shit.
Fucking Christian's mind just like works like this.
Quick, like I feel like I'm in the studio right now. So like, boom, boom.
Let's get him a white claw and use it in, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one sip.
Just one.
It has
Just
to be,
one.
It has, to be,
Just one.
it has to be watermelon though.
That's the best
I
one.
gotta be specific,
Then you said watermelon, but you gave me tangerine, bro. I
Hey,
gave you the option to pick.
oh, this is watermelon.
Oh, melon.
Oh, like Post Malone, but watermelon. All right, let me stop.
Okay, Chris.
So tell us how this. Let's start off with your name, the social media guy. I like that.
Appreciate
How
that.
do you come
You
up
know
with
Yeah,
that?
so
Real quick, what's funny? That's all we conversate back and forth. Like, hey, we got to get the social media guy, and we just keep saying the social media. We
I was
call
like,
we didn't call you by your name. Like, hey, the social media guy.
yeah, even like when people see me out, they'll be like, "Hey, you're your social media guy, right?" They don't know my name. They're always like, "Your social media guy." But
Hey, that's
it's
bro.
cool.
You know,
Yeah.
when you forget someone's name.
Yeah, I
you're
know,
like,
huh?
Hey.
That's what I always do because like
Awkward.
sometimes like I invite them somewhere like okay so like your social media guy is gonna come. I wouldn't even say Jose. Like I would just tell him like your social media guy. to
Imagine
other
he
people.
didn't know your name yet.
I know.
Like right now,
Imagine.
fuck.
Yeah, like for
You're
real.
like, "Fuck, what's your name, bro?" No,
Blends?
so that name originally came because so a little bit of background. I did social media marketing within the real estate space, and when people searched me or tagged me, I wanted them to know exactly what it is that I did just by reading my Instagram handle. So
Straight to the
social media
point.
guy. Yeah, I was honestly shocked that I even had that. I was even able to get that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I tried to open it up on Twitter and somebody took it, but other than that, that's kind of how I started. Just your social media guy.
You should go claim that.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah, let's go right now.
Copyright it.
Okay.
Trademark.
Actually, I already have
You
the
trademarked
website.
it?
No, not yet. I
You
should.
should.
Oh,
For real.
cut.
Cut that out. Anybody gonna know that?
No one heard that.
Yeah, I have the website and all that, but no, I need to do that.
So a little bit of what you do. I know, like as far as like social media,
Mm-hmm.
you're recording like for these influencers. Like, tell us a little bit more of what you do as far as like social media.
Yeah,
and
so
like, what do you do as of like right now? Because obviously, there's a lot of things that you probably got you to where you are, and we'll get to that. We'll kind of go backwards in a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, just go directly to what you do right now for people. A little more
Yeah,
in
so a little bit about me. My background is in marketing, so I understand Instagram ads, Facebook ads, understand the whole Facebook ads manager and all that stuff. So from that, but I've always been like a content creator by nature. I've always loved being in the back of the camera as well as in front of the camera. And when I made the transition into like the influencer space, it's kind of like all just started, happening for me. It's been crazy. Bro.
That's wild. I'm gonna need your help.
Yeah,
we'll
let's
talk
do it,
after
bro.
the podcast
Yeah.
for sure.
So how do you, real quick, because I know you say you understand Facebook, you understand Instagram, like how is it you go about that you become understanding of that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's such a big, broad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
How
I
do you
was in
understand
the
that?
real estate space, I paid for a lot of courses that taught me how to set up the Facebook ads. But ultimately, I feel like anybody can teach you how to run an ad, but not everybody understands how to reverse engineer an ad. And what I mean by that is like you have to understand who your end audience is first, and then you reverse engineer how to approach them in a sense. So for example, when it was for real estate, let's say we're gonna go after first-time home buyers, then what I would think about is like, okay, as a first-time home buyer, what would be some of my main concerns or main issues as to why I wouldn't reach out to an agent? So I came to the conclusion that it was people were fearful of having bad credit, not enough income, and not having enough for a down payment. So when we attack those things and we will set up ads, immediately they will start turning. And that's because what you're doing is you're allowing people to understand that they're not alone in that situation. of feeling like they have bad credit, that they don't have enough down payment, or that they don't make enough income. So when you understand who your audience is, then you can reverse engineer and create effective ads, because ultimately anybody can go onto the ads manager, set up an ad, but the message is what converts. And that was the difference into.
So you kind of like just look back to see what going like in a person's mind, obviously like a first time home buyer,
Yeah.
and then you start breaking it down. Okay, this is what they're potentially kind of thinking, and then you just kind of create that from there.
You
right?
address that up front so that whenever they see that ad, they feel like, oh, he's talking directly to me. And
Okay.
that's the difference.
Okay, so now you just approaching that because that's just what you know in the beginning, or do you create an ad for that, like just an ad about the people that are looking for homes, based off what kind of feedback you get from that? Then you reverse engineer. Is that how you do it?
Yeah. So for example, when you're like in an industry, you kind of know what their main questions are. For example, maybe for you guys in the fitness game, it would be like, well, how long is it going to take for me to have an abs, or how long do I need to train for? Or when you understand the same, because everything is in patterns. So when you understand the main questions that they ask you, you address those up front, and it makes them feel like you're talking directly to them. So you're creating this like comfort level.
Emotional attachment.
100%, bro. 100%.
That's all it is, man. If someone's emotionally attached to your brand, to whatever you're selling, it's kind of when you got them sold.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of comes back to like the whole branding aspect to it as well. Like when people see that you're doing something that they would want to do, then it immediately draws the attention to you, because you're a direct reflection of who they want to be, or the things that they want to obtain, or the wealth that they want to build, or have the family that they want to have. It's all the same thing. So I feel like if you understand like how to understand people's psychology, you can pretty much be successful at anything on social media.
Wait a minute. Are you a psychologist?
Honestly, I love sociology and psychology and all that.
Sociology media.
That's gonna be my
call from Harvard.
They call you and they're like, "Come teach a course."
Yeah, that's gonna be my next side hustle.
There you go.
Might as well. Professor guy.
So you went, I guess, again. So what got you into the real estate game? Because you said you got you going, right? That's kind of like your main thing. You started like your main job. Okay.
So when obviously I come from like a very humble background. So when I started kind of getting into social media and like reading books, people would always say real estate. That's the thing that's gonna build wealth. And so within that process, I was like, okay, like I'll become a loan officer or a real estate agent so that I can understand the lingo, I can understand the process, I can understand all that. So within that period of time, I became an intern at a mortgage company, and I started learning pretty much everything until I was kind of helping them out as like a thank you for them even taking the time to have me in their office and taking time out of making phone calls or stuff like that. I would help them out with content, whether it was pictures or video. And long story short, the president of the company liked what I was doing. He called me up to a meeting up here, ironically here in Irvine, and he gave me a job offer. I took it, and then that's kind of how it all started from there.
So you picked up the camera, let's do it, and that's when you really realized you can make income with the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I come from like a very limited mindset. So when that happened for me, that changed a lot of things for me, because now I understood that you can basically go after something that you're passionate about and make that your lifestyle, make that your living.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was your first video that you shot?
Or like, what was your first camera?
Yeah.
My first camera was a Canon Rebel T3i.
Imagine it was the ones from Toys R Us.
No, honestly, it's crazy because I look back, because now that I'm into videos and stuff like that, and I look back now, like being more aware, and I remember like any time that I would go to like a field trip or something, I would always ask my mom for like those like disposable cameras.
Oh yeah.
I would always take one of those.
So that was always ingrained.
It was always, but I didn't. It's because when you come from like, again, a limited mindset, you don't see those things as like something you can make a living out of, right? It's just something that you just kind of like.
But see, that's crazy. I like to talk about that real quick, because I think that you always go back to when you were younger. That gets you to where you're at now.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit slightly different, but it's kind of like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I always enjoyed that. I never thought it was gonna be anything, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I'm using this.
It just clicks one day.
Yeah, so that's crazy. Yeah, that happens a lot too.
It's crazy because my dad had one of those old ass cameras, the big ones.
Okay.
And I was like maybe 19 years old, and we're in Texas visiting my fam, and then I just took over the camera one time. I just gotta tell my dad to pull out the camera. I was literally like going in the rancho with recording all the horses and everything. I was literally vlogging at 9, 10 years old.
Oh yeah.
I just gotta get that camera, the footage, and then
put it on one of your videos.
Yeah,
that'd be clean.
And maybe like redo it, but like as an older person, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Cry a
Like
little bit.
maybe when you hit like a
Cry a little
milestone.
bit.
Yeah.
When you hit a milestone, then like
No,
do like
yeah.
a little flashback. That'd be
Sure.
sick.
That's dope. And see that's exactly what I'm talking about because like it brought him a nostalgic feeling right now.
Yeah.
Like, a rancho.
Sí, señor. So rancho.
Are you? I'm just kidding. Are you though? Anyways, going back to the videos, like the first video you shot, how long did it take you until you're like people started kind of hitting you up, asking for content?
I would say honestly, for like the first time that I ever did a video, I didn't like. I was off social media, so it was just something that I just did for myself.
Like quinceañera?
No, you know what's funny? Like I started picking up the camera a lot more when my wife wanted to start a makeup YouTube channel. That's when I started getting into the camera. We bought like a Rebel T3i and we started using that, and then it just kept going and going.
I have that camera, T3i.
T3i, yeah. That's the one you use to take photos.
Yeah.
Well, they got that at Costco.
Huh?
Is that at Costco? I
Yeah.
swear I seen
Yeah,
that at
you
Costco.
can get it at Costco
I
with
remember
like
I
a
just
kit lens.
remember I seen that at Costco, and then I was like, is that the Rebel or something?
Yeah, you can get like the 50 mil and then like
Okay.
Honestly, mine is like, I don't even know what lens is it, but you can change it like from 35 to 55
yeah.
to 18 or whatever. And it's cool. I
Yeah,
use it to
kit
take
lens.
pictures of my haircuts.
Oh, you use it still now, right?
Yeah, I still
Yeah,
using it
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
So I know like when you take these videos, like what, obviously you want to create something good for like whoever's like the video you just dropped. I believe it was the
Murillo twins.
The Murillo
Yeah.
twins. So like I know everyone has like an idea of like, okay, how like they tell you how they want the video.
Yeah.
And then you already kind of have an idea or
Yeah, I mean, I think when it's like like for example, when you're trying to train somebody, right?
Yeah.
You understand the reps, you kind of understand the range of motion and stuff like that. So it's kind of same thing with me. When you're so used to creating content, you kind of have a visual idea in your head as to what it is that you want to create, right?
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes too, also like the great thing about working with a company like Beauty Creations is that they have a marketing team, so they'll help develop the whole storyline. So whenever you go in there, it's just like shot, and then when you lay out the video, you already know what you're gonna go.
You already
at.
know what you're gonna do.
Yeah. So it's really situational, but the majority of the times, like I just wing it, you know. I just wing it, and then
I mean, you get tons of shots. You get tons of shots, and then you just
it just comes natural.
yeah, like I make sure that I get enough shots to where like if I quote unquote mess up, I have enough footage so that I can kind of fix it.
And that's one big thing that I started learning because, like I said, I just started messing around with the camera, doing video stuff. Is the more footage that you have, the better your video is going to come out. I mean, obviously you can get some shitty videos, but if you get really good videos, as long as you want to get more of the movement or whatever you're trying to get. That way you have the right one when you look back at it. You don't want to just I'm gonna just do one shot of that or two shots.
No, you gotta get multiple because
Yeah.
sometimes the screen is so small that you can't really see if the shot was in focus or not. You know, so you always want to get at least 2 or 3 and then go from there.
Okay, and what's your camera you use now for all your videos? Like, what's your go-to?
I use a Sony A7R2. That's my
Okay.
been my baby since I started.
Okay.
Well, 2 years ago, yeah.
For sure. And then you just do videos, no photography, nothing like that.
I'm not too passionate about photos. You know,
Yeah.
obviously I can take photos, but it's not my passion.
Okay.
I'd
Not your bread
rather
and
just go
butter.
all in. Yeah, I'd rather go all in with video. That's
There you go. For sure. Christian, how's it going over there, man?
Shit, I'm over here chilling.
Christian's
Chilling like a villain.
I feel like Christian's over there. I feel like Christian's thinking
I was like,
over there a lot.
so when are you gonna ask me a question? Like,
Come on, you fucking
it's
bastards.
My turn.
Yeah.
Well, Christian, real quick, we're gonna stir away real quick. Christian, how was Mexico, bro? You had a fucking party time. I just lived off through your videos, bro.
yeah.
You know, it was like
Honestly, it was cool, man. It was a last minute trip. Like, even Jose was there. Like, I was not gonna go. I was gonna cancel my trip because I don't know. I'm so indecisive. Like,
Yeah.
should I go? Should I go? No, because Javi invited me and was like, "Hey, you want to go to Michoacan?" I wasn't gonna do anything. So
La
like,
Piedad?
yeah, La Piedad.
Okay, that's where my
That was-
homie was at actually.
So I was like, yeah, okay, you know, like I'm that last person. Like literally, I'm the friend. Like you hit up last minute. Like, hey, even Oscar knows. Like you hit me up. Like, yeah, fuck it, I'm down.
Back
you
in
know?
2019.
Yeah, back in my days, you know. But yeah, it was cool. My first time in Michoacan. Best part of my trip was probably driving those Razors and ATVs. We're literally driving those like all around like the town, like
That's
Ciudad,
dope.
smashing on them. Like It was crazy, bro. We saw the police and everything. They wouldn't do anything.
They
We
were like,
were
"What's
just
up?"
straight smashing, bro. But other than that, I think Mexico's always cool. I always like to go to the rancho in the pueblo.
Yeah.
Like I've been to like Cancun, Puerto Vallarta. Like I stayed at
Resorts,
resorts and.
But going into the town's different.
But honestly, going to town is cool.
What
you know?
part again are you from?
Aguascalientes and Chihuahua.
And then the banda comes.
Was that your first time in that area?
In Michoacan for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because usually I go to Aguascalientes.
Was it cracking?
It was cool.
It was alright.
It was alright. There was
It
some
was
little
alright.
fiestas. Like I went like it was like a New Year's party.
Yeah.
And after that, like the next day, it was like a bautizo.
Okay.
So they literally like make parties.
Hella
out of everything,
randoms.
you know?
There's like a lot of randoms.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
family. It's not
Yeah,
even the
for sure.
family.
Yes. It's all just invites.
So,
Christian was like, "Hey, what's up, Dios?" He was
Yeah.
like, "Hey."
other than that, it was cool. And then the club bar was open. Like everything was open like in Mexico.
So everything's a
Okay.
little bit normal over there compared
like
to
normal,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's crazy.
And
Fucking
yeah.
US is over here crazy. Huh?
I think
know.
Texas though they're pretty normal too.
Yeah,
Yeah, Texas is pretty normal.
How's the food over there?
it's good, bro.
Yeah?
I love the food.
What'd you eat out there?
Yeah,
Tacos?
the first thing
Ito.
I ate
Fuck,
was
I was waiting for that.
pitos.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Some ass.
Wait, who's fuck, Pitos?
Cool,
Hey, we're talking about Pitos. Where the Pitos at, bro?
Bro,
Bro.
those things
I
smack.
ain't gonna lie, those are fire, bro.
They're smack.
Especially when you.
It sounds kind of weird, but we want to try
Oh,
Pitos,
pizza?
bro.
Bro, they're
Yeah.
We wanna try-
fire.
Where?
You never had pitos?
Oh, I thought you said pizza.
What the?
Because pizza is pretty good when you're drunk.
No, remember the Pitos, the chips or whatever they
The
put in
chips,
it?
bro.
Remember they're Pitos.
Yeah,
The chips.
pitos. Pitos.
No, I don't remember.
Dude, it was so hard doing that integration because in my mind, all I would think about was, you know what I mean?
Bro, wait, where'd that come from, man? Like, it just came out of nowhere, or it's been out for a while?
Honestly, I've never heard of it until he brought them out.
Where the
Yeah.
hell did you get those at?
And like he
because a
literally
fucking
when he brought
sex
them
store?
out, the first thing I thought was that. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
what
I
the
mean,
heck?
it's like you can't even. Come
I
on,
told
bro.
Chris,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I got your favorite. And I tried those.
Are they pretty good though?
Yeah,
Are
they're
Pitos good,
fire.
bro?
Yeah, so
Bro,
we got it
that
at
Is
fucking- this fiery onion one?
How about the
Nice.
organic one?
Nah.
the Cool Ranch.
Hey,
testing you.
Hey, Pitos or Pitos bar. Pitos.
Your favorite?
Sponsor my boy Oscar over here. Send him a bag or two.
Yeah,
mean,
no, they're pretty
tasty.
fire, bro. Honestly,
Yeah?
they smack.
I've never seen them. Where do you get those? I just
So
saw
no,
Honestly, I
so
don't
our
even know where to get
management,
those.
our management got us a sponsorship deal with them, and that was the first time we
Okay,
ever heard of them
okay,
too as well.
okay.
But
It must be a new thing, for sure, man. So yeah, Christian. So yeah, you went to Mexico. You had a good time.
It was cool. I mean,
Came back. You're alive.
came back and literally when I landed, I went straight to cutting.
The boy came at home.
Literally.
Yeah, I literally. What, the next morning?
Like this?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay.
I landed and I was speaking nothing but Spanish.
Imagine you forgot your
They're like,
language.
corte, yeah, desvanizado.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So real quick, let's go back to you. So we know that you have a YouTube channel as well.
Mhm.
When did you start your YouTube channel? What got you into that? I know you say that you kind of picked up the camera and kind of started helping your girl when she started doing
Mhm.
her thing. So is that kind of when it started, or
yeah, that's kind of how it started. But we didn't really take it, serious because obviously during that time we weren't like financially stable, so that wasn't something that we can just
Take
say.
the time off,
yeah,
yeah.
take the time off to go into that.
Takes a lot of time too.
Yeah, it takes a lot of
A
time.
lot.
And then when I think it was last year around, well, now I can't say last year because, so 2019 around March, I would say that's when we were like, you know what, like let's get back into it. But obviously now we have a family. Let's do like a family channel, and we started putting out some content, but didn't really. Again, we just would put random videos out there here and there, and then once the quarantine hit again, my lady was like, yo, like we got to get back into YouTube and stuff like that. So that's when we started taking it serious.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, and then everything just kind of started unfolding from there.
and that's crazy because you did tell us before the podcast, or you did tell me that like everything's kind of been picking up during the quarantine.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. I mean, obviously you took that time seriously. I mean, what was it that you can tell people that changed the game for you at that moment? Was it just the downtime for like, how things were closed that you just kind of became more innovative, or is it just meeting certain people,
Yeah,
or
so-
what was it that just kind
So-
of catapulted you a little bit?
For me, it was like, because before the quarantine, my business, I had already set up a team. So I was literally just, not even shooting anymore or editing. So when the quarantine hit, like half of my contracts within a month went out the window, bro. Like all of like my safety net and everything was just out the window. So from that, I was like, and kind of in survival mode for the first 2 months, just trying to, see what was going to happen. I still had my team for that period of time. I was like, because if we're only going to be in lockdown for 3 months, then we'll be good. And during that time, I was like, you know what, since I still have my team, let's start going after people that I would generally want to work with. You know what I mean? Not just real estate agents, because in real estate, it's very limited what you can do, right? Before it gets too much, not professional. So from there, that was just kind of like the first animation that we did was for Benny, and he liked it. He reshared it, and from there, I was like, all right, like this works. Let's.
Is that how you met Benny, or you were?
Yeah. So
okay.
Benny.
After that, I slid in the DMs.
Yeah, bro.
Let's go. How you guys all meet each other?
Imagine he slid in your DMs
like
at
guys,
2 a.m.
I don't know.
I think
what
it
time
was.
I think I don't
Probably
know what
2
time it
a.m.
was.
Because you guys all call is it all three of you guys the fucking?
Well, originally it was them, and then when I started hanging out with them, then everybody started.
Well,
including me.
Nopal's got the fucking the middle and the arms, bro. So it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah.
He still
true.
gotta get the nopal tattoo on him.
Yeah, I still
make
have
it
to.
official, you know.
Yeah, nervous, still thinking about it.
Nah, I mean it's like
Still thinking about it.
like we built like a really good relationship, and I consider them like family to me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like that's something that's close to them. You know what I mean? Like something that they started.
Yeah.
So obviously, if it comes to that point where like I would be hella down, but
Yeah, I
You know what I
feel
mean?
you. 100%.
When the time is
100%.
right, you know?
So
Yeah.
so you knew Benny first,
Yeah.
and then you just came along as far as like, how did you guys all meet? Who'd you meet first, and how did it?
So first, kind of like how I said,
Like you said, Benny?
Yeah, Benny. When I did that animation, he reshared it, and then from there, we just kind of we wouldn't talk, but I knew that was kind of like an entry
Okay.
to that friendship. And then I think Eden started following me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Eden started following me, and then we started talking. And then Chris hit me up. He was like, "Yo, like you made this for Benny. Like, can you make me one?" I was like, "Bet." So I made him one, and then from there, it just kept snowballing from there.
Oh, so you were driving out here doing work for them and
Nice.
stuff like that?
No, that was like recent when the quarantine hit. So I wasn't even up here. It was just because
Oh, you're just from home and just
yeah. Because my theory was like, okay, everybody that whether it was celebrities, influencers, whatever, they're stuck at home just like we are. They can't do anything. So what does that mean to me? That they have a lot more time to be on their phone, a lot more time to engage with people that they normally wouldn't even engage with, or to just spend more time on their phone. Before the quarantine, they wouldn't have been able to because they were just so busy. So from that,
smart fucking guy.
yeah.
So
So
what is this guy's fucking smart? He sat home and like, we gonna make it out here. We gonna make it out.
And
That's
it's
smart,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah, and it's
It
crazy
worked
because
because I slid in the DMs.
yeah, hella quick too.
And that's funny that you're saying because
fast.
you just hit him on the DM and see that's what me and Oscar were talking about. What's the worst that someone could say? It's like no,
No.
or they don't read it.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like fuck. Most of the time, people if they read it, they're gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, fuck it.
Like
you
I've
know,
never
like-
been on. Like there's literally not too many people that have been on a podcast. Like I feel like right now, this year, possibly like last year. Well, I think this like recent year, a lot of people have been hopping on podcasts.
Yeah.
for wanting to do podcasts,
Yeah.
things like that, which is totally
For
fine.
sure.
Like I think
Yeah.
it's something dope because I enjoyed listening to them. But
It's dope. I just liked how it sounds and stuff.
yeah,
I just want to keep talking like
Smooth operator.
Did you get an orgasm back there?
1, 2, 3. It's Chris.
bro, we're gonna give
Just
Chris
kidding.
what it is for next Christmas.
I know,
Be
huh?
like,
Yeah.
hey, here, Chris.
For real.
It's a custom lotion. You can go on his skin on it too.
Ooh, that'd be
Ooh,
fresh.
very clean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cleaner
so-
than Visine.
Right?
So from there, I mean, that was my mindset. And it's crazy because I've always loved giving back. Like I feel like I'm very thankful with the things that I was able to do while I was in real estate. I was able to grow fairly quick compared to like other people that were doing the same thing that I was,
Yeah.
like over a longer period of time. And so I know how I felt, even though we were still doing good. So I was like, I'm going to give back. So one of the things that I said, like literally I have a video on my Instagram. I'm like, everybody took a hit. Like, even Dwayne The Rock Johnson took a hit. Like he can't
Yeah.
make movies
Yeah.
till, who
It's
knows
crazy,
when.
huh?
Yeah. So I was like, don't feel like you're the only one going through stuff. I was like, one piece of advice that I would do is like understand that, now more than ever, the people that you would normally wouldn't be able to reach are now stuck at home. So I gave everybody the formula. I just stuck to it and it worked. You know what I mean?
That's-
And then when I made that animation, then I made the day after that, I was like, all right, cool. Let's make one for Alondra. That's his lady. So we made one. She liked it. She reposted it. And then she hired me to make an animation for Shop Alondra Dressy, which is her merch company.
Okay.
When she posted after that, then Maria from Us always sent me a DM and was like, how much for one of these? And it just kept going from there. So it was like from something that was just like a train of thought and putting it into, I applied it and it work.
Yeah, and not being scared of it because you're gonna be like, no, they might not like my work, or you
Yeah.
know what, they're not gonna see my
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But you took the time to say, you know what, I'm gonna do some free work. I'm gonna give it out,
Mhm.
and if they like it, they like it. If they don't, hey, it's all good. Like at least
Yeah.
I tried, and you
Yeah,
Shit worked,
and
yeah.
I
at
feel
the-
like
yeah,
a
at
lot of
the end-
people appreciate that too. Like they're like, oh damn, like
Yeah, he took the time, or whatever the case.
Yeah.
it's like an example. Like me, like I just did a giveaway, and then people were retagging, and I picked 4 winners, and I mean it's like pretty much free training.
Yeah,
And that's something
yeah.
I try to ingrain into the everybody that works here at my gym. I tell them, hey man, you got to do something for free. Like that's what I do. That's how I
100%,
built
bro.
my
Yeah,
business, bro.
100%.
I literally gave out free memberships.
Yeah,
I
bro.
gave out free personal training. I've given out free shirts, free merch, free
Yeah,
everything,
that's the
bro.
honestly, like, that's the fastest way to grow.
Because then you bring those people in for no cost, and they're
Yeah.
like, okay, but for a fact, you got to trust yourself. that you're
Yeah,
gonna
when you
sell it
bring
to them.
something of value, you're comfortable giving something
Bro,
out for free
think
because
of-
you know it's gonna work.
Think about it. You give someone a free membership, you train them for the whole month.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, a whole month they've been there. They're like, fuck, so what do I do now? Do I stop? Fuck no, they're gonna sign
Yeah,
up.
100%.
Yeah, so it's like that's how it's got to be. So I try to tell these guys and everybody that works there at the gym, like, hey man, just give out some free trials. Trust me, if you know you're that good, they're not gonna
They're gonna come back.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good way to think, man. It's always good to give back, and like I said, some people might not do it fine because financial reasons. It's fine, but they might tell somebody else, hey man, check them out.
Yeah,
They were
well,
good.
I feel like also too, like when you're just barely starting out and you have time, like don't let your ego get in the way, and do stuff for free.
Exactly.
Like invest into your craft, take time into doing it, because especially right now in the world of social media, you're kind of like guilty by association, right? So if I create content for so and so, then now somebody that would normally wouldn't even look my way is now going to look my way because of that person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it just keeps like, it's like a snowball effect. It just keeps going and going and going.
yeah, for sure. I would definitely
That's
believe
how it
it.
happened with me with haircuts. Like when I moved to LA, so I just started hitting up everyone, like influencers, celebrities, rappers, corridos, singers, and people responded, and they were like, oh, "Okay, how much are you gonna hurt my pockets?" I'm like, honestly, bro, give me whatever you want, but like, just thank you for the opportunity,
Yeah.
And then just I want to, put my foot in the door right there, boom. And then once I'm there, cut them up, post, and now other influencers or
Exactly,
celebrities
bro.
see
Yeah.
that, so now they want to get cut by me.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
doing, like I said, that's probably, like I said, the best way to just get your foot in the door to that higher end kind of lifestyle of what you do. So anybody out there listening, you're out there doing some kind of craft, I suggest you try to give some stuff out for free if you're not
Yeah.
already doing it. And
And always
obviously,
play long term, bro. Always
Yeah.
play long term. I
Exactly.
feel like everybody just wants that quick, like instant gratification, and that's not.
yeah, you can't.
If
Yeah,
you really want something solid, that's not the way to go.
yeah,
about
you
it.
can't just
take
start
time.
something and just go like, I'm gonna be the best and try to make money. Nah, it's gonna take time, man. Like it's definitely gonna take time. And how long have you been doing what you've done? Like everything, the process from
From the quarantine till now, or
no, not even
prior
from
to
the
that?
quarantine, like even before that, because obviously things didn't just. I know things probably happened so fast during
Mm-hmm.
the quarantine for you, like kind of like coming up with this stuff. But prior to that, you've been doing things like that already.
Yeah, so I was interning. I interned for about a year. That's kind of when I barely kind of got into it, and then half a year where I was kind of actually making a living from it, from that mortgage company. So I feel like in total it's been about like 2.5 years. With
Yeah, but you've been
everything.
consistent with that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You've been consistent.
Yeah.
Some people it might take a little bit longer. Some people might be a little bit faster, but at the end of the day, it's just being consistent and pushing your craft. And I'm pretty sure you were like fucking all in on it. You were
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like staying
Anything
up
that I
late,
do-
learning.
Anything that I do, either I'm all in or I'm just not in at all. Like that's just me. I can't be in the middle.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just can't.
You just got to go for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even when I decided to leave that mortgage company, I wasn't financially stable to, like, let's say if a month from now, my clients that I was able to get just say, you know what, like I can't pay you anymore. Like I would have been screwed. So I literally just took the chance and it worked. I just took a risk.
So right now, this is all you're pretty much doing, just like the social media.
Yeah, that's all I do. It's full time.
So I know you got these packages that you create for influencers or just anybody that's trying to build their
Yeah,
social
just
media.
anybody.
And that's with social media wise. Is that YouTube? Is that Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff?
Yeah, so it depends. Like sometimes like bigger brands, so I'll have like retainer packages where I'll work with brands on creating the content, setting up the Facebook ads, doing the retargeting, swipe ups, all that stuff. But then there's smaller content creators that just want the content, or if they're new into YouTube, they want to build their YouTube intro or their YouTube kit, which is what I call it. Like I allow it for everybody to kind of get it. Like if whether you're an influencer with 1 million subscribers or followers or whatever, you're gonna pay the same amount that somebody who's not, you know, like I keep I keep it very streamlined per se. So anybody has access to it.
Okay, and how does that work, man? How did you create these packages? Is it just all from like understanding your marketing, like you talked about it earlier?
Yeah. So it basically comes back from like, me knowing how much I'm gonna be investing into the company in terms of like my time and effort, because I always go above and beyond. Like, so it's not just about the content that I create. It's like we can literally sit down and have a marketing meeting so that I can better understand your goals. That's time that I'm not getting paid for, but I'm willing to invest that time so that I'm able to better give you results. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it really just depends. Like, you know, when it comes to my most retainers are typically like in real estate, because they're obviously their marketing budgets are bigger, you know, and I'm pretty comfortable in making sure that I know that whenever I work with somebody, it's going to work for them, you know?
Okay.
I can literally turn on an ad within a week and I'll have them results. Yeah.
I'm going to eat that.
Like magic.
Yeah, it's kind of how I said, like, as long as you understand that your audience how your audience perceives you. If they perceive somebody of value and that you have something that they want, they're going to go with you. And it's an investment into their dream. It's an investment into their career. It's an investment as to who they want to be as a person. So when they see that, then you're the perfect choice for them, you know?
What I noticed is, because I was trying to run ads for my new clothing that I'm coming out with. But I mean, obviously, it just the basics, just like the age, the range, and shit like that. But I did notice Facebook, you do attract a little more if you market it right compared to Instagram.
So
like you get more likes. I don't know.
So I think one of the biggest misconceptions that people have is that Facebook, when you're setting up ads, that Facebook and Instagram are different platforms. And they are, but at the same time, Facebook is Instagram, you know? So whenever you run ads through Facebook, they'll simultaneously run through Instagram.
Oh, no wonder.
But you have a lot more opportunity to go into more detailed stuff like, you know, demographics, age range, interests, everything. But when you set it up through Facebook, it'll run both on Facebook and on Instagram and even on your stories. You won't see it physically, but when you're running the ad, it'll show.
Yeah.
So it's people rather promote from Instagram, but that's not the way to do it. Promote it from Facebook. But just make sure it goes onto both platforms and your results are going to be better.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what I did.
Yeah.
And I noticed it actually ran through Instagram.
And then another good piece of advice is whenever you set up an ad, like try it out, let's say $5 a day, run it for a week, get that data back, and then compress your targeting. Because now you've already collected the data from the people that are more likely to watch your video. Does it
tell you the age range of people that
it should tell you everything.
Yeah, it tells you everything, but the biggest thing is that when you run it as a video, you can literally create an audience off the ads manager that says that only gets the people that watch your video at least 50% of the way.
I'm going to have to check that
because if they watch your video 50% of the way, they have some sort of interest in what you got going on, right? So then what you would do there is like, okay, maybe they didn't convert right there, but I'll give them a sweet deal, right? If you sign up today, I'll give you 50% off. Or if you sign up today, I'll give you an extra 2 days of training for free. Now you've given them a reason to kind of, if they're on the edge about it, now they're going to go ahead and do it because you're providing them with value.
Smart, man.
Yes, I love it. We got to hang out with this guy more. We definitely.
Slide in your
What do you think? I'm always with them.
Yeah, I'm about to slide in his DMs when I move out here. Hey, what's up, bro? I'm just going to say hi at like midnight.
Hi. That's how simple. When
like,
I transition into like what I'm doing.
You up?
What I'm doing
on
now,
my way.
Like a lot of people don't know this about me, you know, because when I transitioned, it just became a little bit more just content that I started putting out. But my background is in marketing, so anything that I do is always going to be with that intent.
But you can tell you do it with passion. You understand it very well, and I think when you understand something very well, you're super confident. And you're just like boom, 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 boom. And let's go, let's do it. Again, it just goes back to like you cutting hair and doing what you do. Like it's natural for you. Like, you want this? Okay, let's do it. You know.
Yeah, dude, I'll do it like nothing.
Yeah, it's no problem. Like us, when it comes to the training people, it's like nothing. You want this? Okay, we got you. Like so it's everybody in their own craft. As long as you have that in you, I mean, it's a beautiful thing, right?
Committed to the game.
Okay, let's go real quick. Let's swerve. I know you're into all that stuff that you're doing, but I know you're into some other things. What are some hobbies, man, that you like to do? Like, you know, fitness.
Yeah, I love fitness, and I also love just like
pizzas on the side.
Just anything that helps me become a better individual. You know, like self-education, stuff like that. you know, right now I'm hooked into learning about how to leverage your credit, you know, how to invest into real estate and stuff like that. So anything that makes me a better version of me, that's something that I'm passionate about. Heavy.
Christian, what about you, man? What
El perreo intenso.
hobbies.
Perreo intenso.
Honestly,
I like to read the back label of a White Claw.
read all the ingredients and stuff. Man, honestly, man, I just love what I do. Cut hair, I'm into color, like, you know, just anything that's art relatable, and of course, you know, vlogging all that. But one thing I really like to do, bro, is travel.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I say, like, I'm down for whatever.
Yeah.
Like the next 2 weeks, I'm heading out to Denver. I'm gonna go snowboard in Denver. So I went snowboarding for the first time in Tahoe on Christmas.
Yeah, I seen that.
Got hooked.
It's
First
fun?
time, bro.
Is it
Like
dope?
I feel like I was a pro.
She's
Hey.
Like, hey, I might quit barbering and become a pro snowboarder.
Hey, that shit's
Imagine
fun.
seeing with the X Games.
It was clean,
That shit's fun.
bro.
That'd be tight.
I'm be doing flips and stuff.
But I've never done snowboard. I've been
Yeah,
wanting
no,
to
It's hella hard,
lit.
bro.
It's
It's
lit.
hard.
Well, you take a class in an hour, you'll get it.
So like, I have a friend. He's a barber in Denver.
Okay.
And he invited me to a cabin. We went snowboarding, all that. And he hit me up like, hey, like, do you want to take the classes? We're all gonna take the classes. Like, honestly, I'm good. You know, I think I'm good. And he's like, you're the only one that's not gonna take it. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna take it.
He's like, bro, I got this, man. You should have seen me.
Yeah,
you want to see
should've
my
seen-
highlights?
Yeah. But
That's
yeah, honestly, bro, yeah, that's what I like to do, bro.
Yeah, just go explore new places.
Just
Have you ever
for-
been out there to Denver? First time.
Just like for a day, for
Is it cool?
for
Oh,
a
okay.
barber event. But honestly, I didn't. I didn't
actually go
experience
out-
it, you know.
okay.
But this time I'm gonna be there for like 4 days. I
What
think.
part? What
4
part of
nights.
Denver? Oh my bad. Fucking yeah, Denver,
I
Colorado.
have no idea, bro.
Dumbass, I'm over here.
Yeah. Oh,
What
South
was it,
Park.
bro?
what part of
Get that part
Colorado?
out.
Oh yeah, Denver.
South Park.
South Park.
South of Denver.
Lost it,
South of
lost it.
Denver.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. South of Denver.
But yeah, other than that, like, hobbies. Yeah, one thing I really got to do is hit the gym. Yeah, I'm slacking.
Okay. I'll be seeing you sometimes post. I mean, were you at his gym at his house?
I just go and take a picture,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm
He's
one
like
of
this.
those, you know.
All right, I'm
for the
out.
gram.
I'm like one of those, you know.
I will literally see people like.
But I don't know. It's
The only
hard.
time,
bro. It's hard.
the only time he works out
Why is it
when
hard?
He posts it.
Was it hard?
Why
I
is
don't
it
know.
hard?
I feel like I need to go with someone. I can't go work out by myself.
So you need some some motivation,
Encouragement.
I need
some guidance, some guidance,
Yeah,
some motivation.
Exactly.
You
Like,
just like you want to go in there and be like, okay, what the fuck we doing?
You
That's
know,
gonna make sense for me.
exactly. Maybe
So-
I need to go to a gym where like they have the workouts already set up.
So do you think
know,
that's why you don't go to the gym because you
Yeah.
don't know what to
exactly?
do?
I go and then like everybody's working out and stuff. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do?
I think that's what a
So-
lot of people,
Yeah.
like people that
Yeah.
don't step into the gym or they're just like
At least at a regular
don't know.
gym, it's like an
don't know what to
uncomfortable
do.
feel if you're just super new. You just don't. You feel intimidated. A lot of people feel
Yeah.
like that. And I've heard that, just from the experience of owning a gym. People always say that. Even people when they walk into my gym, even if I have group classes, people are like, "Oh shit, I can't do that." And it's
or
like,
they're
relax.
like, oh man, everyone's like
lifting
going
crazy, and
to-
it's like,
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'm like, relax. I'm not gonna put you to do that. So it's just little things like that.
I
But
mean,
hey,
that's a
don't-
knack.
Like one time I work out with, I don't know what gym it was in Stockton, and you guys had the whole like routine and everything. It was like a group.
was probably
lost it.
I forgot what gym it was.
I don't know which one. Probably
And then-
probably on. It was probably like the second gym I went to.
I have
Not
no
sure.
idea, but it had all the routine and everything. And then like
We
it was
wrote
a
it
group.
down on
we
a,
rotate.
on a board.
It wasn't
right?
a board. I forgot
Yeah,
like
I
where it
think.
was, but it was in Stockton,
Mhm.
and it was cool, you know.
I mean,
It's
that's
like that you went in, got your workout in, you left. You were like, I got.
It's an
Yeah.
hour. It's like okay, I
Yeah.
come in, I work out, and I'm out.
Yeah.
But
Yo.
that's the difference between group training and one-on-one training.
Mm.
So people think like the worst excuse I hear is like, "Oh, I'm not ready. Let me go to the gym, get ready for like
So
a month, and I'll hit you up." I'm like,
In a month, you're still gonna be the same person.
Yeah.
"Yeah,
It's just
that's
starting.
like saying I need a video shoot, but I need to be a model first before you take
Yeah,
my
yeah.
video." Like,
I mean,
come on.
that's a perfect example of an ad for you guys, though. You know what I mean? Because now you understand that.
Should we do it right now?
Yeah. Have Chris
All right,
say
the camera right
Yeah.
there, bro. Let's do it.
Chris, let's do
Oh,
a.
wait, we're being recorded right now.
yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm fucking out.
You know,
Nah,
that's
but-
a perfect example
yeah.
of something that you guys can address. Like, you don't need to get ready to, be ready to take the class.
I should make
You know
a
what I mean?
video. We should
No,
make
that's
a
actually
video.
perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
But
Like,
see,
all
I
those
like how you
opportunities-
like how you think outside the box. See, that's why he's a good marketer, because out this normal conversation, knowing that we're two gym, I'm gym owner, trainers. He's like, oh, look, they just perfectly talking an example right there. He just picked it out. And so,
Yeah.
and something that we would have just never thought about.
Because
was like,
you're so used to having
that conversation.
those conversations.
And it's
that
the
you-
simple things that we don't like.
That's the thing.
think
People
about.
try to make it overcomplicated.
It's
You
not,
don't
yeah,
need like a
yeah.
crazy produced video.
Yeah.
Just need to address the challenges that, you know, something like that. Like, hey, you don't need to get ready. Like, this is the reason why these classes are made. They're made for you to have like an entryway into getting into shape.
And
And
then
now
you
it's
say-
like, oh shit, I didn't know that.
And then you say,
You know what I mean?
swipe up.
Because for
It's
you,
like the Rosa de Guadalupe there.
that's because for you it's so common because
Yeah.
you're in the
Yeah.
game, you're in that industry. But for other people, it's like rocket science.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's crazy.
You know what I mean? I mean, imagine how you guys, when you guys first started getting into fitness, how was it for you guys?
Yeah, there was a little
There's
learning
a
experience.
It
whole
was a
bunch of
big
information.
ass. It's crazy, man.
There's a whole bunch of information out there. You don't know what to choose. People don't understand that you can literally. There's so many different ways.
And
of
modification.
You, yeah,
and then not just that, and not
modifications.
just that, like what's natural and what's not. What are you capable of doing? What you can't.
It's like, for example, with him, like his kind of like way to getting into shape would have to be in a group environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For I don't know, for you guys, it's more of like I just go in and I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it done
yeah.
kind of
For
thing.
sure, for
you know
sure.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all good, Christian. I got you. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
moving out here, bro. I'm
When
gonna
you-
get
when
you
you're out
right.
here, I'm gonna pull
I'm
up, you
gonna
know?
get you right, bro. Don't worry.
I'm gonna pull up.
And I told him we gotta get a workout.
like,
here.
we
Yeah,
got
I'm
it.
game.
I'm like, is that
Tomorrow
Ray?
morning
that
at
Ray?
I'm
5
like, is that
a.m.
Ray?
I'm gonna get you guys right. Don't worry. I'll be out here in
Let's
Irvine.
get
We'll
it.
connect. Shit. So for sure. So let's talk about another thing. Let's talk
Talk
about
to
them card collections, bro. So I know that's hot right now. Even my
Yeah.
girls' little brothers, they be on it like, dude, this is like 100,000 and this. I'm like, wait, what?
It's crazy.
I
It's
had
a
a whole
crazy
binder of
game.
those. Like, where the
Mhm.
fuck are they now?
It's a crazy
So-
game. Like I literally just kind of gotten into it when kind of Gary Vee started talking about it first, and I was kind of like, okay.
So he
you
was
know?
he talking about Pokemon cards too?
Yeah.
Because I know he talks a lot about like sport cards and
Yeah,
stuff.
so he's just a collector in general, in
okay.
essence. And then when he started talking about Pokemon, people didn't really not a lot of people know about Gary Vee. Even though he has such a big influence, not a lot of people still know about him. But
Okay.
a lot more people know Logan Paul. So when
Yeah.
he told Logan Paul about Pokemon and he went in, it just like blew it out of the water. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it happened. And so when Logan Paul got into it, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like I was shook too. And I started doing my research. I started getting hooked. I went to Target and I bought a booster pack, and I just love the feeling of like opening that booster pack. You know?
That nostalgic feeling. Like,
Yeah.
I remember
Well, it's
this.
like trying to find the golden ticket, like Willy
Yeah.
Wonka.
And then I just kind of went a little bit more into it. How I said, like I love going deep into something that I'm passionate about. So when I started understanding that there was an actual market for it, and I started, eBaying prices, going on OfferUp, just kind of seeing.
eBay still exists?
Yeah, bro. It's like the spot
know,
for
bro. I
like
didn't even know
Pokemon
that
cards
either.
and all that stuff.
eBay.
Yeah. Long story short, I kind of got into it a little bit, but I wasn't really like invested into it because I was like, I'm barely dabbling in. And then I talked to my boys, and they're crazier than I am, bro. They just like spent like $3,000 on like booster boxes.
Imagine $3,000 on Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
All the kids hella mad.
Like imagine that's like your first investment into Pokemon, like $3,000, boom, without ever messing with it prior. And so from there, with all the cards, we started pulling Charizards and everything. So we were like, all right, this is
How much is a charge?
from evolutions. It can go anywhere from like $4,000 to about
So you
$8,000.
made your money back.
You made your money back.
Damn.
Especially right now with the hype that Pokemon has behind it. It's just natural that the value is going to be there. But the crazy thing is that it just started kind of like you realize that it's not just Pokemon is just the thing right now. Once you do a lot more due diligence, you'll understand that Yu-Gi-Oh is going to be the next thing, and then you're gonna,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Remember
Dude,
that?
Yeah, I
and
remember
the
that.
craziest one is Dragon Ball cards,
Wait, Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z cards.
How about the Marvel ones?
I never watched Dragon Ball ever in my life.
Really?
What, really?
What?
I lost it.
Dragon Ball Kreese or Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Crease.
Yeah, I mean, some cards are like, booster boxes can go anywhere to like $50,000 off of Dragon Ball Z cards, and I didn't even know about Dragon Ball Z cards.
I don't
And
It's a
so I
crazy
wonder what's
game.
the rarest like Dragon Ball Z card?
Fucking Broly? I'm just kidding.
No,
Vegeta or like
I'm not exactly sure which one it is.
Gogeta?
oh, was it Black Goku one?
Rose,
Yeah.
Goku Rose.
Krillin?
He said he never watched it, but he knows it. Look at him. Look at him. He kind of watched it.
Or,
How about the-
or have I?
You turned Super
That's a
Saiyan
good
right now?
one.
Yeah.
Fuck. How about the Marvel ones?
Honestly, I haven't looked into that.
Because we have some. My brother collected some, and we have a whole fucking book.
I'm sure they're worth
Damn,
something, bro.
They probably worth
Literally
a
like
lot.
the Venom, the fucking hologram kind of ones. Crazy. I don't know.
At this-
Hey,
at
take a
this point-
picture and be like, are these worth
Literally.
anything?
Yeah, at
Someone
this
hits you up
point,
like,
yeah.
bro, that's
Like
like
this
$100,000.
At this point, anything that's card related is gonna be worth of value. By the way
he
that the
even
market
has
is going.
comics, like And we got
Yeah,
shit
comics.
with
There's a huge market for
comics
it.
for sure, bro.
Gary Vee was just talking about how he thinks that comics is gonna be like the next explosion in terms of like.
I forgot where I have them, but I have like the Spider-Man ones I got back in like 05.
What about
04.
Just
Playboy
save it.
magazines?
Hey, those will be
You can
fun.
even get
Yeah,
comic
they don't
books
even
graded.
sell Playboy magazines.
Those might
anymore.
be.
Yeah, I'm sure those are
Keep
worth
'em.
money now
I
too.
got one
Yeah.
from like 1999. I was like
Save
5
it.
years old.
She's hairy.
Damn.
She's
Oh,
At that time,
I was like,
They're
God
hairy.
damn. That's when I realized how to pick up a pair of clippers.
That's when he realized that was his passion.
I'm gonna help these
like,
people.
it's like the scary movie where he goes in with the fucking lawnmower. I don't know if you know that scene.
Yeah.
So how do you know how much a card is worth? 'Cause that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Because literally, Oscar was actually with me. I was about to buy a pack of Pokemon cards. I was like, you know what? I want to invest, but I hate investing, and then I don't do it. I'm like, man, I just spent my fucking money.
Yeah,
So I
so-
was like, I had a big old
Yeah.
box, like one of those. I guess they're called
Booster.
booster packs. And I was gonna get it. And I was like, and I told my girl's brother was with me, and he was like, it was my girl's little brother's birthday, and I was like, let's get him some Pokemon cards. And we got him a little pack. He was about to get the little pack, and I looked at the big one. I was like, maybe I should get this one
Yeah.
for myself. And I was, you know what? How about you get this for your brother instead? It might be better. He's like, it might be a lot. And I was like, well, if it's a lot, I'll buy it and I'll keep it.
Yeah.
But then he went and took it, and he's like, oh, it's only $25 or $30. He's like, oh, I'll just get it. And I was like, watch this shit have like a Charizard.
Yeah.
Because I know they've been going,
What the-
motherfucker, there was a Charizard in there, bro.
There was?
Oh, then it's worth
it
a
was
value.
It was
Yeah.
one of the old
How
ones.
much do you think? If it's
So it
Well,
was
it
one.
depends.
It was
Like,
one of the
there's-
old ones, but it was hollow. It was like a holographic, I
Like
think
reverse
all the
hollow.
way through. I think that's what it was.
Reverse hollow?
So I think it was worth. They're still worth some, but not as much. I
They'll
think.
probably be worth like around 200, 300.
Yeah.
Graded PSA. So the way to like understand the value is
PS5 with
going
that.
through a PSA, which
Okay.
PSA is like a grading company. They'll
Okay,
basic-
so once you get a card, you just log on to that.
yeah, because
or-
if you just get a raw card, it'll be worth like, depending. Some are pennies, some are like $5, $10, $65, depending. But once you get graded by PSA, what that does is that it puts it in a category of like there's only 10 or 20 in the world. So that obviously brings up the
Yeah.
price, because anybody can have that card, but if it's not, quality or it's
Yeah.
not mint, then it doesn't really have much value. Like you
Okay.
can get a base set Charizard that's all jacked up and it's only gonna be worth like $20.
$5.
But you get a PSA one, first edition, the last one sold for $365.
How about a PS5?
365K.
365,000.
Jeez.
So PSA, that's
Imagine
the
that.
grading. That's a
Yeah,
grading
there's
company. that-
PSA, Beckett, CGC is coming into the game. They're mainly known for like comic stuff, but they're getting into grading. And there's another one, but that one doesn't really give you.
So you
much
just go
value.
online, you put your information of your card you have or whatever.
Yeah,
and-
it's actually hard right now because we were trying to send in our Charizards, and even going through like third parties, you're waiting almost like 8 to 12 months just to get it back.
When you say
Oh, so
just
you gotta send it out.
You gotta send it out.
Get
Wow,
authentication.
imagine never get it back.
Yeah,
to
that
get
just happened.
to
That's why
make
you
sure
pay
it's
insurance.
authentic, right?
Huh?
To make sure it's authentic.
Yeah, so they authenticate it and then they grade it. So they'll see like if there's any scratches on the card. Any
They keep that shit.
Yeah, like
a
Yeah, that's what
uh,
I'm saying. That's kind of hard. Like, imagine if it was one of the ones that were like hundreds of $1,000s, and they're like,
they keep it.
"Let's send you the opposite."
Yeah, no, like, can you trust them? Like, are they
Yeah.
gonna send it back or
Yeah.
they keep it? You
Yeah.
know?
No, they're a professional like grading company. Like they literally like right when Pokemon started booming, another investor bought them out. I think they're for like over $1 billion.
How about Digimon?
Digimon is a
Hey,
market.
Digimon was
Forgot
fire,
about
bro.
Is there
It's
fucking
a
cards?
fucking market, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
You can
I-
still go to store and buy Digimon cards, and
Yeah, even Pokemon, like for example,
Why
What
not
about
Pokemon's
what about
like-
Dragon Tales?
Would you say Digimon was the knockoff version of Pokemon?
Wait, Digimon?
Nah,
I
I feel
thought
like
it
it's-
was.
I thought it
it was
was.
totally different, man. It was
it's
different.
totally different. Yeah, I mean, but anyway, so there's still, you can still buy cards that are coming out like this year, 2020, and still make a profit. So for example, when they brought out, what was that one? Fuck, why am I drawing a blank?
Pikachu?
No, it's the new. So yeah, so from Vivid Voltage, you can pull a Pikachu, and that Pikachu is like $1,200.
Shit.
If you pull a PSA 10, $1,200, and the pack will probably cost you like less than $100.
A PSA 10.
Yeah. So it goes from grading. So
So there's PS5.
Yeah.
Okay.
PSA 5.
see?
Hey,
That
PS5.
makes,
Ooh.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. then.
So it goes from like basically from nothing to like all the way to 10 being
Okay.
the best. You can pull from like a recent pack from this year that'll cost you maybe like 45 for an ETB, which is
Yeah.
I'm sure what you bought your
Yeah.
your little brother-in-law. There's booster boxes that are worth like $120. That gives you like 36 packs to pull that rare one.
Damn, that's hella cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the other one?
Do you throw away all the other ones?
Yeah, I mean they're really not worth
Yeah.
anything. Just keep all the hollows. Just keep all the hollows.
Yeah.
Or there's actually even on the new sets from Vivid Voltage, there's something called I think Secret Rare. I believe that's the term that they use for it. And basically what that is that it's a card that's not very common to get within that set. And just raw, you're probably profiting like $200
Shit.
per card off of a $45 box.
That's
It's-
not bad.
It's a crazy game.
That's bad.
It's a crazy game, bro.
Shit. So out there, anybody out there, you want to invest some Pokemon cards?
Yeah, even the new ones have value. Just on like know which ones to get. Like Vivid Voltage is a good pack for you to invest your money because even if you don't pull the Fat Pikachu or the Rainbow Pikachu, they still have other cards that would basically pay for that will give you a profit. So like I was saying, the Secret Rare, some are 200. I think the Jirachi is like $600 around there. PSA 10, and the other one that's a good one is the Champions Path, which you can pull a Charizard from. I think that one's running for like $1,200 for PSA 10. It's crazy.
Yeah, my guy's been doing his research. He's been like,
Heavy, bro. I'm telling you, like when I'm into something, I'll go all
Yeah.
in, bro. All in.
yeah. So you've been just researching on YouTube or what?
Yeah. So just how there's like influencers
Yeah.
and like the space that we know.
Binge watch.
Yeah, there's like YouTubers and influencers for Pokemon.
So you
Like, it's a
recommend
crazy game.
if you want to make some money, do a little bit of research on that and start buying Pokemon cards
Yeah,
and
I
Yu-Gi-Oh
mean,
cards.
to save you guys some time, I would invest into Vivid Voltage. Champions Pass kind of hard because you really.
Oh,
have
so
to
those are the card packs that you want to look for. Okay.
Vivid Voltage, Evolutions. That one's a little bit more.
I love the evolution.
Yeah, Evolutions. I paid like
Like the older ones, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 5 years old or 6. Yeah, 5 years old. I paid $450 for a booster box, but that was the one I got shit ton of Charizards from. So,
Oh, you got a couple Charizards out of that?
yeah, we
Oh,
got
fuck.
the Mega Charizards, like from the ones that look like the base set, Reverse Charizards, and then there's a couple other like M Evolution ones.
Damn, Charizard. That's clean.
Charizard's like the main one, right?
Yeah, and just kind of like rule of thumb, anything that has a Pikachu or a Charizard in it is worth money.
Okay.
How about Blastoids?
So, it depends. It's not that popular, but
Blastoise,
Damn,
Venusaur.
they should be
What is
popular.
it? Oh, is the big one Venusaur?
Oh,
Wait, it's
the green-
Bulbasaur.
the green
Venusaur is
one.
the big one.
Venusaur is the big
green
one?
How about Mewtwo?
Ooh,
So
Mewtwo.
It
What if you got
depends.
Mewtwo? Would that be like
It depends on from what set. Like from the older packs, then
probably
it'll have
from
some
like
value.
1990s?
Yeah, like the basic, like the
That's
original
probably
ones.
worth like
Yeah.
100,000.
Or a promo. So, that's like another really good one. So
From the movie, remember
Yeah.
they gave you that Mew?
a perfect example.
I
Yeah.
had that one, bro.
From the movies,
Awesome.
anything that has to do a promo, they're worth money, bro. All of them. So if you ever get like, for example, like there's this company here in LA, the one that sent us the care package for all the like treats from different parts of the world.
Oh, yeah.
They posted this like gum, like Pokemon gum, but each one of those has a card. I was like, give me a whole box. Like, I'm taking that because those cards are rare.
Okay.
You can't always get them. You know what I mean? So anything that has like limited, like the promo cards from the movies, stuff like that, they're all worth
Damn.
good money.
Would you wake up in the morning and with a bowl of cereal and watch Pokemon?
Yeah, hell yeah. Every Saturday in the morning.
I think everyone did that.
I wake up and my mom's fucking slapping some cumbia. It's like, hey,
Yeah,
turn it
bro.
down, you know? Because she's already
Barriendo.
cleaning, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll slap you in the head and be like, get ready to go to church.
Yeah. Ya levántate, cabrón.
Yeah. Every Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Se va riendo. It's fucking-
I wish I would have kept my Game Boy and all that.
Hey, the
Yeah,
Game Boy
me too.
Colors? The Game Boy
Oh,
Colors?
fuck. I
Yeah.
had one
Bro.
and this kid jacked me. And then I told the teacher, that's my Game Boy. And she fucking kept it.
You know what I
Yeah.
did with my
Fuck.
stuff? Like, every time a new system would come up, I'll sell
You
it
will
to
give it away.
GameStop.
Ooh, fuck.
Bro, like, they'll give me like
Cheap.
The
10,
Game Boy Color.
$20 or whatever.
Fucked up.
you know?
GameStop just became rich because of you, bro.
I know.
They got all your old Pokemon shit.
I wish I would have known that Pokemon was going to be such a thing. I would have probably bought everything out when Toys R Us was closing.
Damn, actually, you're right,
Ooh,
yeah.
I forgot about Toys R Us.
They would have liquidated everything, bro, for like pennies on the dollar.
Hey, but you
swear.
guys, anybody play the Nintendo Switch?
Mm.
Nah? Ever? Huh?
I've played it before, but it's like whatever.
Yeah. I just bought one just to kind of
Really?
understand the Pokemon thing again.
Mhm.
But I really played.
I'd rather buy an old Game Boy and
Yeah.
the old
Yeah.
cartridges
Yeah.
just play that
I
again.
just
Or
bought
30.
it. I just bought it because I was like, let me see if it's kind of like the old one.
Mhm.
And then I played it, and it's like obviously new graphics, everything, but it's just different now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Well, during quarantine, like I literally bought a Nintendo GameCube on OfferUp and came with like Mario Party 4, Mario Party, like all the Mario Parties, fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah.
The Strike one? Did you get that
Nah,
one?
not
Oh,
that
that's the
one.
best one.
Well, the Switch, they got all the old games. For some reason, I kind
But
of
it's
bought
not the
it.
same, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
So we got like let's just say 7 minutes or so. Do you have anything like you wanna some advice?
He's like,
you can
yeah,
give?
they get off your chest.
Yeah.
Man.
Anything you want to get off your chest, like unleash.
Nah,
I'm about to
honestly,
freestyle for full 7 minutes.
Yeah, come on, just do it. Come on.
Nah, go.
Is there a beat on there? No, huh?
Yeah, we still haven't put a beat on there.
No, you gotta put a beat,
The
bro.
only thing I got is
Damn.
what do we got? What do we got?
What do you got?
Oh, we just got that one. Now you feel
That
like
was clean though.
That was good, huh?
I like that one. I like that one.
that was clean.
That's how we feeling right now.
El corrido de beans and nopal.
There you go.
Oh.
So
I
yeah,
was doing a beat for you.
Oh, yeah.
are you gonna end it with a rap?
Left me hanging.
We got 7 minutes, maybe in the last minute.
Okay, in the
All
last
right,
minute.
last minute.
Okay.
Just drink another one and maybe you'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't even open my White Claw. Jesus Christ! It camouflaged, bro. I can't even see it. But yeah, man. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, like Oscar said, any last minute things you guys got to let people know? Any advice that you got to let the viewers, people that are gonna watch this? I know we gave them a little bit of advice of Pokemon, a little bit of advice of collecting cards or whatever that is, advice in marketing. But I mean, anything you would tell the people that you've learned through your journey so far, especially with the COVID and then you coming up out of within that time frame and.
I feel like a lot of it, a lot of the times, like people wait to know somebody to kind of get going per se. But I feel like right now with YouTube, social media, it's so easy to kind of be self-educated and just go after something that you're passionate about, instead of, trying to start from the ground up doing something that you're not passionate about. You know what I mean? I heard this super powerful quote that says, "I'd much rather be broke doing something that I love than doing something that I don't love." Because when you're passionate about something, even when you're broke and you're going through it, you're gonna go 10 times harder than you are for something that you don't love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like there's just a lot of like self-education out there that you can, learn when it comes to like your own personal development. Sometimes like people, like when I first started, people would be like, "Yo, do you know how to do this?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I know how to do that." And then I didn't know. I would just go on YouTube, figure it out, and then just kind of like keep evolving like that, Like I feel like if you have that willingness to understand that you can
Put
figure
the
shit
pressure
out,
on.
yeah,
He
put the
said,
pressure on.
I got you. I'm gonna charge you about this much. All right, I'll see you next week.
And then
you're
you're
like,
over here, fuck.
now he's under pressure. Oh,
Yeah, and you'll figure it out. You'll make
Yeah,
it work.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
You don't have to know everything to get going. Just get going and then figure it out as you go. I
Because
feel like,
once you do it, even if you kind of made it and it wasn't your best work, but you tried your hardest, you're gonna learn from that experience and get better and better and better.
and a lot of the times too, like one of the things that I learned when I was like going through my own journey of like, creating content for people, I can look back now and be like, damn, that content was trash. But during that time,
It looked clean.
it looked hella clean, you know, and the client loved it. You know what I mean?
Remember, you see all these old YouTube videos and like, damn, that look clean, and you look back and you're
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
fuck.
I'm like, why did I even put that out?
Yeah, crazy.
Like, same thing with like musicality. Like right now, I kind of get in the rhythm of like knowing when to transition because of the beat. Before I would just like,
Just put it together.
yeah, just put it together,
put
and
the
that
song
was
over
and put a song, and that
Makes
was
a
it.
whole difference.
Yeah, huge
going on
difference.
beat.
You know what I mean? But
That takes
yeah.
practice, a little bit of
yeah,
practice through
I
time.
just fell forward. I feel like that's the best way to do it. Quote unquote fail, because it's progression. It's learning.
So you seem like obviously you keep yourself educated, which is great, and it's something that everybody should do in their business. Is make sure you stay educated, stay with the times, because if not, you're gonna get left behind. You got to update like Apple does, right?
Yeah.
They update every year. So
Hella.
if you
They
don't
do.
if you don't update yourself, you're gonna be left behind.
Yeah. I mean, it's proximity is power too, So surround yourself with people that are doing what you
Exactly.
love, even if you don't have direct access to them, but learn from them, like in the way that they move through social media, through YouTube, through, whatever, channel you find them through.
Yeah,
and-
for sure.
And just go after that.
Yeah.
And I know you're very big on. I mean, I don't know. It seems like you're very big on reading books.
Yeah.
And what's a book that you could recommend to people right now? Because I seen you've been posting something every time, and I kind of see like, okay, I want to ask him about that.
So I feel like the book that really changed the game for me was a book called Relentless by Tim Grover. That book is a game changer, and I always recommend anybody that wants to get into books to understand that one, because what that ultimately does is, for me, coming from what I come from, me wanting more was me being a bad person, me being ungrateful, and that messes you up bad, because deep down inside you're a good person, but because of culturally how you were brought up, wanting more or not being, quote unquote, thankful for what you have, that means that you're a bad person. You know, so that book really taught me to understand that me being alone for a certain period of time and with my actions getting to where I know I can get, then people would understand. Because if you just wait around and try to prove people wrong with words, they're mentally already committed to not understanding you because that's not their vision. That's not their perspective of things. But once you go out, you make it happen. You have to be comfortable with feeling alone during that process.
Exactly.
Because once you make it happen, they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I was wrong. Like he was in the right. He was right this whole time, and I chose to not support that, or I chose to like not understand where he was coming from." You know.
Yeah. This guy's thought process is great. I love it.
crazy,
I
bro.
love
Yeah.
it.
I think
that's
you're
why
mega
that's-
mind.
This,
That's
guy,
why I said-
this guy's got gems for days,
Like
bro.
fucking.
That's why I tattooed this on my arm, bro, because it's a reflection of me. So like the wolf is kind of that period of time where you have to be comfortable being alone, but knowing that you still like you got what it takes to make it happen. The lion for me kind of represents, obviously I'm a Leo, but it also represents like me being a protector to my family, stuff like that. And then I have a cross that goes right in the middle, which means just centered in God. So
Leo.
it's like
Yeah.
me, but centered in God.
That's
That's how we
crazy.
get along.
You're a Leo?
No, I'm an Aries.
Ah.
But Leo's and Aries, you know, Leo's and
yeah,
Aries.
yeah.
Shit, Team
And
Libra.
Libra.
I'm
Lucha Libra.
an Aquarius, bro.
Sheesh, you
I'm
too.
Aquarius. my mom's a Leo, and then my girl's a Libra. So
That's a good mix.
yeah, so we're friends. We're all friends
Yeah,
here.
You get along.
Yeah.
Christian,
What's up?
any books you read, Christian?
Honestly, I
For
try
real,
to
real
read.
talk.
For real.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for me to read.
Yeah. Or anything
Yes.
that you maybe.
Like it is hard, bro. Like I've never actually read a whole book ever in my
okay,
life.
okay. When we a podcast, you listen.
Podcast
Oh, shit, I'm
thing.
going.
But
What?
I feel like in order for me to read a book, I need to like listen to it. You know,
Yeah,
like,
audio.
Yeah.
That's
But
what I-
nowadays there's like
But
so
I
many
did pick up a
podcasts.
book.
Yeah.
I forgot something like how to influence people, or I forgot was the
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. So I honestly, I started reading it like a couple weeks ago, and ended up to chapter 3, and then for some reason I stopped.
You left the note.
I literally stopped, but
But what you pick out of it so far, like, was it making sense to you? Like, okay, this is legit.
yeah. Honestly, I can't tell you right now because I forgot. I gotta go back to it, bro. It's just I get easily
Don't
distracted.
fucking quiz.
That's what it is.
Hey, pop quiz. What's,
Yeah, I know.
what's chapter
Quiz?
1?
What was it?
Pop
chapter
quiz, pop quiz.
Who wrote the book?
Oh.
Make a rap right now.
You know?
30 seconds.
But honestly,
Yeah.
I'm easily distracted. That's why I was never good at like in school or
Yeah.
whatever. Because like I sit down and someone's teaching me, like, what the heck? I'm more like a hands-on person, and I guess if I have to read a book, it has to be audio.
Yeah, I
But
feel
I'm
like that's
definitely
better
gonna.
too.
I'm gonna have to finish that book.
And it
Yeah.
can't be so monotone.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's another example too that I was listening to this guy that basically talks about. I think actually I take that back. It was damn. Why am I trying to blank on his name? The comedian guy,
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, have you guys listened to his book?
No.
So he talks about how like a lot of the times like society will tell you to like do certain things. For example, let's say we're pressing him on the book, right? But what if that book is just not the right book for him?
Yeah.
Like fuck that book. You don't have to finish it. Go and find another one that you know
Yeah.
gets you going. So for me, it's like when I listen to a book, I always have to go audio because that doesn't take time away from me doing something. You know, I don't have the patience to just sit there and just kind of read.
Yeah,
Read a
sometimes
book.
it's kind of hard, to do that stuff.
So when I'm in the car,
That's
turn
what
it
I'm gonna
on
do.
and-
Because at one point when I was living in Stockton, I will like put on the podcast. Forgot his name.
Los chingones.
he listens to his own
It was a black guy, African American guy.
a podcast.
Yeah, like
What?
it was motivation stuff.
oh, it's I know who you're talking about.
Oh, the army guy?
the preacher guy.
I don't know what his name.
Not the
Gym
military
guy,
dude?
right?
Yeah.
I think so.
The military guy's always running and
Yeah.
preaching motivation. And shit.
Oh, David Goggins. No, he
No,
doesn't
no.
have one.
That guy's a beast, though.
No, I got his
Yeah.
book and I read a little bit, but
I forgot, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do now. Like that book or whatever. Every time I'm driving, like right now, it took me like 40 minutes to get here.
Yeah.
I should like that would have probably been like one chapter or something.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
be taking in knowledge and probably picking things up better because you're more of a you listen to things
Yeah.
better than
and you imagine it.
And I did listen to
Yeah.
something else because like before I listen to motivation stuff, but I feel like I'm already motivated. Like I want to do
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now like I need to get into something else.
Yeah, I feel like it's not. I feel like that's like a big misconception when it comes to like books and self-development stuff. It's not about being motivated. It's about understanding a different perspective in life.
Yeah.
Because when you understand perspective, then that gives you the drive to go after something. You know what I mean? I feel like
Facts.
I always get asked that a lot because whenever I do lives, I always talk about inspirational stuff and stuff like that. And there was like, how do you stay so motivated? I'm like, it's not that I stay motivated. It's just like, I know what I want and I'm going to go after that regardless of how I feel. You know,
Yeah.
like your emotions have nothing to do with
Yeah.
you achieving things.
You're a very grounded individual. You know what you stand for. And when you know what you stand for, you can literally take on the world and not give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel as well, you know, and you know the way you probably
Shit,
feel,
that's
maybe
how
the
I
way
feel.
you feel like you're grounded. You know what you stand for. You know you're Chris. You're fucking badass. You know, barber and all the shit you do. You know that's you. You can't tell me I'm not because I've been going through it. Same thing with what you do. Same thing with what I do. Same thing with what Oscar's doing. So once you're grounded like that, people could push you to say things like, but okay, like it don't matter. You're just gonna keep developing and developing, man. So
everything is a long-term play, bro.
yeah, for sure, man. Well, I appreciate you guys coming by, man.
Thank you for having us.
Oh yeah, thank you for inviting me again. I think this is the second time, right, or third?
I think so.
Second. 'Cause we did well, no, actually third because the first one we didn't drop.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
we had a.
Man, this is third time.
Well,
There's-
Would
Just give him a-
would he
just
come
give him
back
a
for
chair.
Would he come back for the fourth time?
Just give him a chair now from now on, bro.
Hey, he's gonna be the third
That
one.
chair.
Put him in the middle.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, they got hella mad. Fuck. That's another story for another time. But appreciate you guys coming by. I know you guys are busy people. You know, and for you guys
Making
to come,
the time just to come out here.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
man. I live for this stuff.
And definitely gonna stay in touch with you, man, because you got a lot of gems.
Do it, bro.
Definitely seem like a super disciplined, super motivated, super grounded guy. Obviously, there's things that we can learn from each other. Same thing with Oscar. Same thing with Christian. And you know, I'll be moving out here, and we'll be connecting for sure, man. For sure.
More connected than Bluetooth.
Ooh.
more connected.
Or FaceTime or
Straight auxiliary, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't fucking that connection.
Walkie talkies.
Ooh, damn.
That just means
I
you
forgot
guys
about the
are
walkie-talkies.
living super close
That was
to
a
each other.
thing.
Walkie talkies. That shit was straight.
Taki.
Hey, you gonna rap? You gonna
Hey,
finish
bro,
it?
honestly, bro.
Go, come on, Chris.
You know what I've been fucking slapping
Let
this
me
whole
pull up
time?
a beat.
Like Jipeta.
That's a
I don't know, for some
yeah.
reason, that's a
Nah,
slap. That's a
Jipeta.
song,
That's
bro.
a what?
Like Jipeta.
Like, you
Is
just wanna
it like
turn up
Jipeta
to-
or Jipeta?
Jipeta.
Not
Is
bad.
Jipeta.
Didn't you sing it?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey,
yeah.
Okay, it's like meta.
Remember that?
Or
We're
some
walking
shit
down the
like
street.
Wait, when you're slapping that song.
Sure, capella. Look it.
A ver.
Okay, fuck
Oh
it.
yeah,
With the beat.
forgot.
Is it beat? What kind of beat is this?
I don't know.
Go.
Check it. It's Chris. Check it. Chingones. Look. Chingones podcast. Really know. It don't cost nothing to a boss. Better press play, not pause. Shit, where you at? Shit, you just got lost. I'm over here in Irvine. Doing my vibe. Honestly, bro, I can't. For real, I really can't.
He was going.
That's good. That's good.
bro.
Yeah, I really can't.
You just lost it right now.
I just
but
got
it's
lost
good.
in the sauce.
It was going too
Lost
fast.
the
Yeah, I
sauce
think it
on
was
the
a
meatball.
beat.
He didn't
bro.
know the beat,
It
he
wasn't
didn't know
my
the beat.
type.
It was still good.
Yeah.
It makes
He's
sense.
I'm more into like the gangsta West Coast type of beat. You know, if you put that like, if you put that "To America's Most Wanted" by Tupac instrumental, like it's a rap.
You're gonna prove it right now.
Wait, where's your song? I'm still waiting for you to drop your new song, bro.
No, it's in the works right now.
Oh, is it?
2021. You know, I just want to make everything legit.
You gave everybody
You never
fuck-
know. Hey, I'm just post a video.
Bro, you just gave everybody a snippet on the last fucking podcast. So
All right.
Like that?
Put "To America's Most Wanted" instrumental by Tupac.
To America's.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, 2 of America's Most Wanted.
"To America's Most Wanted." That's the one.
Just put 2 of America's Most Wanted
And then just give me a subject, and then I'll see what I
All
can
right.
do.
Fuck, I don't know.
White Claw.
White Claws and
White
Party.
Claw and White Claw. No, Mexico trip, bro. Come on. The Mexico trip. Let's go.
Let's go.
Michoacan, Michigan. Really know what's up. All I can do is fucking. Okay.
I'm gonna get the Instagram real quick. Let's go.
I'm always on the go. Landed in Mexico. Really know how I go. I slap shit straight from the radio. Shit E4. I'm with fucking Oscar Jose. And sipping on rose. Then I ended with Ray. And what can I say? Hey, LA to the Bay.
Hey, you already know though. Hey,
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I need to be in the mood, you know. a couple more White Claws.
After that, you should have said listening to Mac Dre.
Ooh.
Oh.
Listen to Mac Dre, more hard than the radio. Shit, every time I go, you already know I'm slapping that E4. Oh, shit, I'm over here rolling up, blowing O's, blowing smoke out the window. I'm over here with Ray, I'm with Jose, and also Oscar.
He goes skirt.
But I'm just kidding.
For sure, man. Well, again, appreciate you guys coming by. Thanks for dropping that freestyle. Hope you get signed soon.
Yeah.
Shit. And
hey,
again, like we said,
in Nopales Records.
Yeah.
Where can people find you guys on your social media, man? Let them know, Christian.
Christian Blands on all social media. Christian without an H, because a lot of people look me up. CH, like where you at? Without an H.
Mine's your social media guy, and YouTube, The Jam Family.
Okay. Ray Gonzalez, and you know.
Mine's your social media guy too.
Imagine-
It's
imagine-
Oscar Benitez _12.
Your fitness guy.
Oh, your fitness guy.
Ooh.
Bro, that's the one right
the
there.
fitness guy.
Hey, everybody starts changing their name to that.
That shit's probably
Your
fucking
fitness
taken.
Yeah, it's probably taken.
You're a barber guy.
Right?
I don't know.
You're a gym owner. Fuck.
Gym owner guy.
Yeah, gym owner guy.
You're a podcast guys. Fuck it.
Ooh.
I mean, like one of the things that I was thinking about right now is like, you know how do your parents save people's contact number?
Probably like that.
My mom would be like la señora
Oh,
que vende
yeah.
tamales.
Or even
yeah,
people I
right?
meet, like soccer guy or
Yeah.
soccer.
Like massage guy.
Yeah.
I have
Massage guy.
massage guy.
Like, think
I've
about-
always had him like that.
Think about that psychology whenever you're choosing like an Instagram name or something. You know what I mean?
That's
it makes it
crazy.
super easy to like
Yeah.
remember.
This guy's giving you guys too many fucking gems. We gotta close. We gotta finish it up because you guys gonna go become rich now because of him. So, all right, guys, that's another episode of Los Chingones podcast. We'll see you guys on the next one. We out.
Peace.